So in this clip, I'll be solving questions 21 to 30 for the 2019 past question for mathematics in JAMB. So be sure to check the description below for the links to all other video clips that solve the questions for this year. Now let's move right into question 21. If given 2 points, A, 3, 12, and B, 5, 22, on a xy plane, find the equation of the straight line with the intercept 2. This is very super cool and easy to solve. Recall that the equation of a straight line equals, represented by y, equals mx plus c, where m is the slope or gradient. This is for the x-plane, plus c as our intercept. So if we go through our given data, we recall that the formula for slope, m, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's see the values for y2, y1, x2, x1. So on point A, we're given 3, 12. Point B, we have the values as 5, 22. So we identify this is x1, y1, x2, y2. We just slot in the values, then we get our slope. So slope m equals y2, that's 22, y1, 12, over x2, 5, minus x1, 3, 22 minus 12, 10, over 5 minus 3, 2. So we have the value for our slope m as 5. So we slot it into the equation of a straight line. 5, our m, x, plus the value for our intercept from the question is 2. This forms the equation for the straight line. And let's see which of the options describes our answer. Option A. Question number 22. If P has the value 2m is the midpoint of the line joining point Q at m and n and point R, n, and minus 4, find the values of m and n. So all what we are required to do at first is to pull out the formula for the midpoint of the line. So for the x and the y axis, that equals, for the x-plane, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Then for the y-plane, y1 plus y2 over 2. So what values are we given for the midpoint P? From the question, we are supplied with the values 2 and m, which represents x and y. So for the other points, the x and the y planes, so we have point Q with values of m and n, x1, y1. The next point R, we have the values n and minus 4, which represents x2, y2. So for the x-plane, which has a value of 2, equals for the x-axis, x1, we have the value of our x1 as m plus x2 with the value of n over 2. Let's cross multiply. That means 2 times 2 equals m plus n. And that gives us an equation of 4 equals m plus n, equation 1. Over to the y-plane. The midpoint of value m equals y1 with value n plus y2 with value minus 4 divided by 2. We cross multiply. We have 2 times m equals n plus times minus, we have minus 4. So we have 2m equals n minus 4. We can further say 2m minus n equals minus 4. This forms equation 2. Alright, so let's pull equation 1 and 2 together. So we have equation 1 from here. M plus n equal 4. Equation 1. Then equation 2. 2m minus n equals minus 4. Equation 2. So this gives us a simultaneous equation. We are allowed to use the substitution method or the elimination method. So let's eliminate n at first. So we have m plus 2m. We have 3m. N minus n. We have 0 equals 4 minus 4. We have 0. So once we divide both sides by the coefficient of m, which is 3, m equals 0. So we can slot in the value of m into equation 1. So that means equation 1 is this. Then we have m being replaced by 0. So we have 0 plus n equals 4. 0 plus n, that's n, equals 4. So the midpoint of the line will have m equals 0 and n equals 4. So let's go through our options together and see which of them aligns with our answer. Option A. So, if you are enjoying this content and you would like me to bring you more of it, please hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and tap on bell notification to get informed when we release the next video. Remember, all the links to videos giving step-by-step solutions to other questions in this year have been provided in the description below. Ensure to check the description for this video for all those important links. So let's proceed. Question number 23. If 2x minus 4, 9 equals 58, find the value of x. This type of matrix is referred to as a square matrix. So how do we find the value of x? It's super easy to do. So let's pull out the square matrix once again. We have 2, we have x, and again we have minus 4 at the top of the column, and we have 9 beneath. So solving a square matrix is very easy. You bring this together and this together. So we'll have 2 multiplied by 9 minus minus 4 multiplied by x. 2 times 9, 18. Minus 4 times x, that's minus 4x. So recall that from the question, we are given the matrix, the square matrix, equals 58. So we can impute the value here, equals 58. So minus times minus, we have plus, equals 58. At this point, we can collect like terms. 4x equals 58 minus 18. 4x equals 40. Divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 4. Therefore, x equals 10. So let's see from our options. Option A is the correct answer. All right, question number 24. If y equals 6x cubed plus 2x raised to the power minus 2 minus x raised to the power minus 3, find dy dx. This is definitely an easy differentiation question. So now let's reproduce the question on the board here. We have y, if y equals 6x cubed plus 2x raised to the power minus 2 minus x raised to the power minus 3. We are asked to find dy dx. So recall that anytime we differentiate, just put this at the back of your palm. In differentiation, this will mean n that is raised to the power here multiplied by x n minus 1. So this is what we'll be using to guide us in our operation for this question. So for 6x cubed, the value that n represents is 3. So we'll be having 3 multiply 6 n, which is our x. Then we have our n as 3. Recall, minus 1 plus the value of our n here is minus 2 multiplies 2x minus 2 minus 1. Then we have the next. The value of our n is minus 3 multiplies x minus 3, recall, minus 1. So now let's do our expansions. 3 times 6, that's 18. 3 minus 1, that's 2. That's 18x raised to the power 2. Then we have minus 2 times 2, that's minus 4, times the positive sign, that gives us minus 4. Minus 2 minus 1, we have minus 3. Then for this part, we have minus 3 times x, that gives us minus 3. Then the minus outside the bracket makes it positive 3. Minus 3 minus 1, x raised to the power minus 4. So let's go through our options and see which of them equates this. We have option C. Question number 25. Did dx log 4x cubed minus 2x is equal to... So this is definitely a question under differentiation, and this implies that we have to employ the chain rule. Recall that the chain rule is dy du times du dx. So, what is our question once again? You have log, open big bracket, of 4x cubed minus 2x. So, our dy du will be log u. This is our chain rule, and this represents our u. So from here, we see that our u is what we have here in the parentheses, which is 4x cubed minus 2x. So when we differentiate log u, we would have 1 over u. And when we differentiate du dx of our value u, 4x cubed minus 2x, recall that this is our n, so we would have 3 multiplied 4, then x raised to power 3 minus 1, then minus, this is raised to the power of 1. We can put it in a bracket so that we can have clarity. 1 multiplies 2, then x raised to power 1 minus 1. 3 times 4, we have 12. 3 minus 1, we have 2. That's 12x squared, or x raised to power 2. Then from here, we have 1 minus 1, that's 0. So x raised to the power of 0, it's 1. So 1 times 2, that's 2. So we have the negative sign. So differentiating 4x cubed minus 2x gives us 12x squared minus 2. So this makes our du dx, and this makes our dy du. So let's go back to our chain rule, which says that dy du times our du dx. So we see that our dy du has a value of 1 over u multiplies the value of our du dx, 12x squared minus 2. You can put over 1. So what do we have? We have 12x squared minus 2 over u times 1, u. Recall that the value for our u is 4x cubed minus 2x over 4x cubed minus 2x. So this is the value that we arrived at. So let's check our options and see which of them gives us this. Option D. Question 26. If f of x equals 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus x minus 8, what is the value of f of minus 2? So this is what we're going to do. That implies for every point where we find x in the equation, we replace it with minus 2. So given the equation, 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus x minus 8. So we proceed. That implies 3 into brackets minus 2 raised to the power of 3 plus 4 into brackets minus 2 raised to the power of 2 plus into brackets minus 2, then minus 8. Minus 2 raised to the power 3 implies minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2, that is minus 8, multiplied by 3, that's minus 24. Minus 2 raised to the power 2 means minus 2 times minus 2, that is plus 4 times plus 4, that gives us plus 16. Plus times minus, we have minus 2, then minus 8. So if we find the sum total of this, minus 24 plus 16, that gives us minus 8. Minus 8 minus 2, that's minus 10. Minus 10 minus 8, that's minus 18. So let's go through our options. Option C is correct. Question number 27. Solve for x in 4x minus 6 over 3 less than or equals to 3 plus 2x over 2. Now let's replicate the question. So the values we are supplied with, 4x minus 6 over 3, the less than or equals to sign. Then we have 3 plus 2x over 2. The first step we are going to take is to cross multiply. The denominator we have here goes here. The denominator we have here multiplies the sides. So we have 2 into brackets 4x minus 6 equals, this comes here, 3 into brackets 3 plus 2x. What do? Let's open the brackets. 2 times 4x, that's 8x. 2 times minus 6, minus 12, equals 3 times 3, 9. 3 times plus 2x, we have plus 6x. So at this point, we collect like terms. Collecting like terms, so we have this, 8x minus 6x equals 9 plus 12. 8 minus this, we have 2x equals 21. Divide both sides by 2. So we can leave our answer in this form, 21 over 2, or as 10 whole number, 1 over 2. So let's go through our options and see which of them gives us this. So we have option B. 28. Solve the inequality. Minus 7 is less than or equals to 9 minus 8x is less than 16 minus x. So let's put the question back to our board. So we are given the inequality. Minus 7 is less than 9 minus 8x, less than or equals to 9 minus 8x, and less than 16 minus x. So we can derive two inequalities from this equation given. And 9 minus 8x is less than 16 minus x. So at this point, we can collect like terms. So when we collect like terms here, so we can have this 8x less than or equals to 9 plus 7. And that is 8x is less than or equals to 16. Divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 8. X is less than or equals to 2. Then for the other inequality, when we collect like terms, we have 9 minus 16 is less than minus x. The negative sign becomes positive, plus 8x. 9 minus 16, we have minus 7 is less than minus x plus 8x. That gives us a positive 7x. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 7. So minus 1 is less than x. So for the inequality, we can bring them together by saying minus 1 is less than x and x is less than 2. So let's go through our option and see which of the options aligns with our answer. Option D. Question 29. The nth term of a sequence is given by 2 raised to power 2n minus 1. Find the sum of the first 4 terms. So the nth term is given as 2 raised to power 2n minus 1. And we're required to find the first 4 terms. So the first term will be represented by 1. So anywhere we see n, we replace it with 1 for the first term. So the first term will be 2 raised to power 2 into bracket 1 minus 1. That equals 2 raised to power 2 times 1, 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, that is 1. So our first term is 2. Let's move to the second term. This is the second term. So we have 2 raised to power 2 into bracket our n term as 2 minus 1. That equals 2 raised to power 2 times 2. That is 4 minus 1. And that equals 2 raised to power 3. And this is 2 times 2 times 2. That equals 8. So our second term is 8. Now let's go to the third term, which is 3. That is 2 raised to power 2 into bracket 3 minus 1, which equals 2. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 1. That is 2 raised to power 5. And that equals 32. From 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2, 32. So our third term is 32. Then for the fourth term, that is n equals 4, we have 2 raised to power 2 into bracket 4 minus 1, which equals 2 raised to power 2 times 4, 8, minus 1. That's 2 raised to power 7. And that is 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2, 32, times 2, 64, times 2, 128. This is our fourth term. So from the question, we are asked to find the sum of the first 4 terms. So if we are going to sum up the first 4 terms, that will be 2 plus 8, that's 10, plus 2, that's 42, plus 128, that gives us 170. So sum of the first 4 terms will be 2 plus 8, the second term, the third term, then the fourth term. That equals, so let's go through our options. Option D. Down to question 30. Integrate 2 minus 1 of 2x squared plus x, then dx. So this is a very simple question on integration. So at first, pull out our question, minus 1, 2x squared plus x. So in integration, this is what we should have at the back of our minds. Plus 1, gotten from xn. Once you do this, to now be x raised to power n plus 1 over n plus 1. So given from here, we can see that our n is 2. So we'll have 2 raised to power 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus x, where our n is 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. So we have 2x, 2 plus 1, that's 3, over 2 plus 1, 3, plus 1 plus 1, 2, that's x raised to power 2. 1 plus 1, that's 2. So recall that we still have the values of 2 and minus 1. This is very easy. What we're required to do is, by the time we duplicate this same equation in 2 places, wherever you find x, replace it with 2. Wherever you find x in the second equation, replace it with minus 1. So now let's make it happen. Plus x squared over 2 minus over 3 over 2. So let's begin to impute the value. So anywhere we see x for this part, we put 2. Anywhere we see x, we put minus 1. So let's make it happen. We have 2 into bracket, x is replaced by 2 raised to power 3 over 3 plus x is replaced with 2 raised to the power of 2 over 2, close our bracket, minus, we are told here that the x here will be replaced by minus 1. We open our bracket, 2 into bracket minus 1 raised to power 3 over 3 plus x is replaced by minus 1 raised to power 2 over 2. So now, let's see if we can open up the brackets. 2 raised to power 3 is 8 times 2, 16 over 3. Plus 2 raised to power 2 is 4 divided by 2, that's 2. Then you recall we have a negative sign here. We open the brackets. Minus 1 raised to power 3 is minus 1 times 2, that's minus 2 over 3. Minus 1 raised to power 2 is 1 over 2. 1 over 2. So we have to find the LCM of each bracket. The LCM here is 3. 3 in 3, that's 1 times 16. We have 16 plus 3 here, that is 3 times 2. We have 6 minus, the LCM here is 6. 3 in 6, that's 2, times minus 2, we have minus 4, plus 2 in 6, that's 3, times 1, we have 3. So, back to the first bracket, 16 plus 6, that's 22 over 3, minus 4 plus 3, that's minus 1 over 6. So we have 22 over 3. Minus times minus, we have plus. So we find the LCM once again, which is 6, 3 through 6, that is 2 times 22, that gives us 44, plus 6 and 6, that is 1, times 1, that gives us 1, which equals 44 plus 1, that is 45 over 6. Or we can break our answer further to 7 whole number 3 over 6. Or we can still break it further or you can decide to go on like I said, 3 here 1, 3 here 2, 7 whole number 1 over 2. So with the answers we have on the board, let's go through our options and see which one fits. Option C. So, if you're enjoying this content and you would like me to bring you more of it, please hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and tap on bell notification to get informed when we release the next video. Remember, all the links to videos giving step-by-step solutions to other questions in this year have been provided in the description below. Ensure to check the description for this video for all those important links.